Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Asian drama end of year video. So I'm going to be combining all the dramas I've watched this year, Chinese dramas, Korean dramas, Thai dramas, Japanese dramas, all of them. So let's get right into the video. First one I'm going to talk about is the drama I just finished watching. Well, not just finished watching, but recently finished watching, which is Dear Ex, which has 12 episodes. You can watch it on Viki and it stars Kim Yoo Jung. It is a drama about the female lead that is a sociopath from a domestically abusive background. And I really enjoyed the drama as somebody who had previously made a video on evil female leads and good male leads. I definitely enjoyed this drama. It kept me on the edge of my seat every single week, and I really liked it. I think the one flaw I would kind of talk about with this drama is that in episode 10, um, I found the pacing and the editing to be kind of off. Female would have her hair be short and then have her hair be long in the next scene. It was really confusing. Um, and then also in episode 10, there was a continuity error regarding a scene that we had seen in like episode 4. It just did not match. It didn't match at all. Also, the sound editing from episodes 1 to 10 was really bad. Like the music would be super loud and I'd barely be able to hear what the characters were actually saying. So those are some criticisms I have. But at the end of the day, I rated the drama a 9 out of 10 and I really enjoyed it. I see myself probably rewatching the drama in the next few years. And it's really good. If you want a dark drama with a female lead that you really can't root for, who is an irredeemable character, then I suggest you watch the drama. It also has really interesting dynamics with her and the male leads because she's very like seductive with them, but nothing ever really happens. She's just using seduction tactics to get them to do her bidding, and they do her bidding willingly, and it's really interesting to watch. And I know Kim Yoo Jung is, I mean, she's gonna win all the awards. She's gonna win all, she has to. I mean, she did an amazing job playing a downright evil character. And while I do understand why her character acted the way that she did, in terms of the domestically abusive background, it doesn't validate anything that her character does in the show. And yeah, definitely the scariest character I've seen on screen. And I had a few nightmares about this drama while I was watching it, but it was also fun watching it while it was airing. Second one I'm going to mention that I just finished watching, Romantics Anonymous, a Japanese drama. 8 episodes, you can watch it on Netflix. It is the cutest thing I have watched. Female lead is not able to look people directly in the eye, that's her mental illness. Male lead is a germaphobe, that's his mental illness. And she is a chocolatier, he is an heir to like a confectionery empire. And they fall in love. They fall in love because he he buys a confectionery store that she works for. She ends up kind of like going to the confectionery store to try and sort things out and ends up like kind of accidentally working there. Um, the person that kind of like gave her the job had died, and then she just kind of happened across the store and ended up walking in and starting working there in person, even though she was working for the store previously as a chocolatier. And she kind of grows in confidence throughout the drama, and he also kind of learned how to do things as well. He's the only person that, aside from her mother, who she can look in the eyes, and she's the only person that he can touch without panicking. And so that's how they fall in love. It's really cute and heartwarming, and it is the exact drama I needed after watching Dear Ex. I needed something that was going to be very calming and very sweet, and I was I love this drama and I couldn't recommend it enough. If you need like a pick me up, you want something that feels like you're drinking hot chocolate. And also, can I just say, I want to try the chocolates in this show because they're making the chocolate, they're showing it to you, they're tasting it, they're enjoying it. I mean, the chocolate makes them feel happy, makes me feel happy watching it. I also want to try and eat the chocolate. It's just, I don't want to talk too much about it, but like it's so heartwarming. Like it's Romantics Anonymous. This drama is like a warm hug, I'm telling you, like a hot chocolate in the dead of winter. Like it's so good and so heartwarming, and it's just the exact thing you need if you watch any like dark dramas and you just want to be kind of relaxed. It's the exact kind of drama that you need to go watch. And it's 8 episodes, so like you'll finish it really quickly. And I gave it a 10 out of 10. There's nothing I didn't like about this drama. It was literal perfection to me personally. Third one on my list is a Thai drama I watched earlier this year that I made a video on, which I will link below. Ready, Set, Love. It is set in a dystopian Thailand where there are really no men in the world, and the few men they do actually have enter into this game show to marry women. It's all very controlled to control the population, and it's very colorful but very dystopian simultaneously. And I really enjoyed it. It's also a drama. I gave a 10 out of 10. You can watch it on Netflix. And it was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. It was surprisingly deep. Like, yeah, I actually had a lot of depth. Maybe when you begin it, you're like, oh, it's just like a game show thing. But there are a lot of layers to it in terms of class, the rich, the poor, men and women, population control. Like it think about every dystopian YA thing you grew up like reading or like watching combined into this drama with very bright kind of capital Hunger Games visuals. And it's a really good combination of all those things and very fun. So if you want more information, just click the link in below where I'm discussing the show with dramatic thoughts to get more of like the gist of the drama. That was not the whole video, but it you'll get a better gist if you go and watch that video linked below. All right, fourth one on my list that I'm going to talk about is Mobius, and it has Bai Jing Ting, that fine man Bai Jing Ting. Ooh, you can watch it on iQIYI and Viki and Netflix. um, Mobius is a time loop drama. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know I don't really like time travel dramas, time bending dramas, time loop dramas. I actually liked this one because the time loop is because science interfered with nature once again, which caused a time loop, and it's 12 episodes, and then you see the male lead try and figure out the time loop and like what's going on, all that kind of stuff. And it also kept me on the edge of my seat. I mean, it was amazing. Very gripping. I watched it while it was airing. I was very interested to see like how everything was going to end up. And as somebody who doesn't like time bending dramas, like I really enjoyed this one, and I've never enjoyed a time bending drama this much. So it was really good. And also like just to point it out, Jing Ting's waist in this drama was so snatched. Like if you know, you know. Like his waist in this drama was absolutely snatched. It was crazy. Like he looked amazing. He looked oh, biting ting. Anyway, yeah, I really really enjoyed it. It was really good, really interesting. It had yeah, it was chef's kiss. I will also link the video where I'm talking about it below. Did I wait? You know what? I had a video about it, but I privated it because IT loves to, block videos. But um anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed Mobius, and I think you should check it out if you like time loop dramas, if you like Bai Jing Ting, if you like science fiction as well, because I do believe it's based on a novel. I think you'll really enjoy Mobius. And I gave Mobius I think I gave it a 10. I didn't have any issues with the drama either. I liked it. Didn't have any problems with anything in the drama. I really liked it. Next one I'm going to talk about is another Baijing Ting drama, First Frost. Now, I didn't watch it while it was airing. I watched it a few months afterwards. But I really enjoyed it. It's like 36 episodes. And it's a romance drama. It's a modern romance drama about two people who fall in love in high school, get separated, like in between high school and college, and then reunite again after college. And it's a really sweet story. It focuses on the female lead and her traumas. She's constantly on the edge of being like sexually assaulted, and it's kind of why she's so afraid to be with the male lead. Not because she's scared of him, but she's kind of scared of what it might mean to commit herself to a man in a world that just continuously attacks her. And it's about him kind of like accepting that he maybe like took things a complete wrong way and should never have even like gotten himself out of her life and kind of reunited with her, healing himself, healing her, healing together. And the first frost, kind of like just seeing that first little kind of bloom of winter of sorts, right? And it's really beautiful. The one thing that stays in my mind about this drama is like the last scene. Like it is, I won't say it to spoil it of sorts, but it's beautiful. Like it's a very slow burn, like slow paced, beautiful like romance drama. And I've over the past 2 years, I've been watching a lot more modern dramas. As somebody who started off with Media Garden and then just didn't watch them for quite a few years. And it's a really good drama. It's really, really sweet. And I gave it a 10 out of 10 as well. I'm also not a huge fan of like slow burn romance, but in this case, it makes sense and it's also very nicely done. So that's that one. Then the next one I'm going to mention is Love in Pavilion. This one you can watch on iQIYI, only available on iQIYI, unfortunately. And it stars Liu Shishi and Jang Yinlong. And this one, I'm gonna say this first of all, with Love and Pavilion. I did not care about the secondary characters and their relationships. I didn't care. I was only invested in the male lead and the female lead. Now, Jang Yun-lung, like he gave it his all. Like he made it very convincing that he was in love with Lu Shishi's character, that he was devoted to her, that she was his everything. Now, I love Lu Shishi. That's my girl. But in this drama, like it really felt like she did not care about the male lead in any way. Second of all, the fish kisses. I I think maybe because she's maybe I'm guessing maybe her and her husband have spoken about on-screen kissing, and this was the drama she had a contractual agreement to do. I say this because all the other dramas he's done in the past few years, Journey to Love, this one, and then Kill My Sins that she did earlier this year, are kind of not specifically romance focused, but this one really is romance focused, like for real. And I feel like that's why the fish kisses were there. But aside from the fish kisses, the energy of her character towards Jang Yunlin's character was just not really giving I'm in love. It doesn't help that it has like a tragic ending. Like, so sorry for spoilers, but yeah, it has a tragic ending. So this one I did like, but I liked it because Jang Yun was giving I'm in love with her, right? That's why I liked it so much because it's really fun for me to watch a male lead who's really in love with the female lead. That's why. But she was not giving anything, and I didn't care about the secondary not female characters, but all the characters, secondary female characters, secondary male characters. I didn't care. I didn't give a hoot. I didn't care at all. But I think I rated the job like an 8.5. 8.5 for me is like a decent, not amazing. Don't The only problem I have is because if I'm not invested in the other characters, I can't give it a 10 because like I don't care. Do you know what I mean? And then Jang Eun's the only one where I feel like he has the strongest performance, at least for me, in terms of who I was emotionally invested in, which was Lucici's character and his character. He had the strongest performance out of both of them and was giving it his all, which is he's the main reason why it has an 8.5. Otherwise, it'd probably be less than that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I liked it, but wasn't necessarily like I was obsessed in terms of I wanted to know how it ended. Like I did buy the Diamond VIP IT subscription when I was watching it, so I was invested in it, but it wasn't keeping me at the edge of my seat. I didn't care about the secondary characters, and Melly was the only one that was kind of giving it his all, in my opinion, in terms of who I was emotionally invested in. So that's why it has an 8.5. Okay. Next one I'm going to talk about is Love of the Divine Tree, which I really liked, especially because I thought I was kind of done with Jan Hwan's and Zanzi's, but it kind of brought the love back again. You can watch this one on Tencent, iQIYI, and Viki, and it stars Deng Wei. And I want to say this, like I really loved his performance here. Like I was in love with his character. His character was dealing with how do I approach this person who I love who did something I didn't ask her to do. And it's also about her character who's reincarnated, figuring out the past and trying to figure out everything and what's going on. Um, and I think what I enjoyed the most about Love of the Divine Treat was the character dynamics between the male lead and the female lead. And I was actually invested in the second leads too. Second male lead who was in love with the female lead, and second female lead who felt like her sister kind of like ruined her life and was trying to get back at her. Like I was actually invested in everything that was going on. Um and found the episode interesting. I liked the secondary characters. They were interesting. Like it kept me gripped, right? It kept me gripped, and I was also invested in like the world and what was going on with the characters and all that kind of stuff. So it was a really good time. It was a really good time, and I really enjoyed it. It was really sweet. It was really, really sweet. And I gave it, I think I gave it a nine, and I will tell you why I gave it a nine. The, for about, I'm going to say like 12 episodes of this drama, which is like 30, it was 36 episodes, about 38, about. Um, but for about 12 episodes, you're just kind of in the sect that they're in, and they're just kind of going on adventures, but not, it feels like nothing's really happening. Like it's all filler. And people who read the novel were saying that like it's like that in the novel too, but like when you're making something to screen, there are certain things that aren't really supposed to be adapted because they're not going to be fun to watch. So it was kind of like I don't know why they would go ahead and do that. That didn't make any sense to me. So 9 out of 10. And it also had a really beautiful ending, a very full-fleshed ending that kind of made it worthwhile too. Next one I'm going to mention is Prisoner of Beauty, which I really enjoyed. I don't watch a ton of enemies to lovers dramas, but I really liked this one. Liu Yining and Song Jue. I made quite a few videos of it on my channel because we didn't really know if we were going to ever get it because of the whole Tactivision scandal that was finally cleared out. But luckily we got it this year. So this one you can watch on Tencent and Viki. So with Prisoner of Beauty, I personally really enjoyed it. The character relationships were really like interesting because it was really enemies to lovers. Like their grandparents had beef, and she married him for peace. So it's really difficult for her to kind of like get on his good side, and she spends the whole drama trying to do that. And he's already kind of in love with her at first sight because she's very beautiful, but it also takes him time to kind of adjust to her, and it's about them going through that process. I really like the visuals of the drama, honestly. It was giving very like gothic, kind of like In Blossom was trying to do, but actually successful, at least in my opinion. I really liked the visuals. The acting was really good. They had great chemistry. And it was just a really, really fun watch, and also had a very good ending. Um, I think I rated the drama like I think I gave it a nine. And I think I gave it a nine because they killed off one of the characters at the end and they didn't feel necessary. I think that's why I give it a nine. I'm not like, this isn't like my favorite drama of the year, which that comes into account whenever I give things a nine and not a 10, even if they're not like major problems with it. So I take that into account, because it bothered me. All right, next one we're going to talk about is When Destiny Brings the Demon. Um, First thing I'm going to say is great chemistry, but I didn't care about anything else in this drama. This drama you can watch on Viki, and you can also watch on, I believe it's on Tencent as well. So, hmm, um, this drama is very similar to Moment But Forever. I'll give it credit that, at least in my opinion, is a bit more interesting in terms of the romance aspect because it's the romance is very strong in this. If you are a romance fan, you probably prefer this one to Remember Forever, but they have very similar vibes in terms of a male lead that's getting attacked and a female lead that's there to save him. So it's that this one's kind of like she's unintentionally there to save him. You know, I didn't love this drama that much. I wasn't very invested in the plot. I guess like I was there for the romance. I'm gonna link a video below about a YouTuber who subscribed to who's talking about her feelings about the drama because she's basically exactly describing exactly how I feel about it, and I'm just gonna link her video below so you can listen more there. I gave the drama like a seven because I mean if I'm not emotionally invested in the plot, I mean it and I'm just there for the romance, that already says a lot. Sorry. Um Next one I'm gonna mention for the Chinese dramas, is The Glory. I did not like this drama. I'm gonna link a few videos below where I talk about why I didn't like it. You can watch it on Tencent, you can watch it on Viki. My main problem with this drama is the fact that it had a romance tag. If it didn't have a romance tag, I wouldn't be complaining. What made it so horrendous for me personally was that like the dynamic between male and female lead was just off, okay? Like it was just off. Like I was like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Like it was painful to watch because in my personal opinion, and you will see if you click the videos below, the male lead didn't really love or care about the female lead, but he would try to kind of make it seem like he did, right? There was like sexual attraction there, but there's no romance going on in this drama. Okay, it's very much revenge on both sides. And like I'm trying to get something, you're trying to get something out of this. It's not well balanced or equal at all. So it was very, very strange that I had a romance tag in it, which is why I hated it so much. I also didn't really like the ending. I felt like, okay, like, yep, he used her till the very end and now she's crying. Like, oh, are we being serious right here? So I don't like genre very much. I don't rate it that low because it was actually the plot was actually enjoyable and I was invested in everything. I just really, really hated the romance aspect of the drama. But I think I give like an 8. The plot was good, but the romance, oh, remove it and I might have given it a 10. Because it was pretty dark actually, but the romance was a problem. I will link those videos below. That's it for the C dramas I want to talk about this year. Now we'll go on to the K dramas. Okay. I'll start off with The Witch. You can watch this one on Viki. I hated this drama, not because it was like awfully, awfully bad, but it had so many problems. So many problems. First of all, it's called The Witch, right? So the female lead is apparently a witch because every time a boy asks her out, he either gets injured or he dies. And you're thinking, okay, like we're gonna like figure out why she has this power, what's going. No, we don't. No, no. We're never actually given a why because Murphy's Law, Murphy's Law, Murphy's Law. So we don't actually ever get a reason as to why she does the things that she does. Make it make sense. Like we don't get a reason for why she does what she does, basically. So we don't get an explanation. It just is what it is. And I'm like, first of all, that's terrible. And the drama's 10 episodes, by the way. Then I would say the first 2 episodes are the strongest because it goes into like her high school experience, how she kind of ends up isolated, the guy that's obsessed with her quietly as she's observing everything that happens and everything. But then the next 8 episodes after that is a repeat of scenes you've basically seen before. So it's like scene, repeat, scene, repeat, scene until the end, right? So you're basically just replaying scenes for 10 episodes, pretty much, which doesn't really make for a fun watch. And I was you're probably like, if that was the case, why were you still watching it? And I'm like, because I was invested in the male lead being invested in her and like what his plan was and trying to figure out why she was a witch. He was trying to use math to try and figure that out. So I was invested in his love for her. I also find her character interesting because she's like socially isolated. She's orphaned. She's alone. She's struggling, and I find characters like that quite interesting. Like watching their journey quite interesting. That's why I was still watching, even though editing was a mess, pacing was a mess. Okay, those are big, big problems when watching a drama. But emotionally, I was invested in the characters. I sadly though, like the ending, because they didn't spend enough time on the romance aspect, the ending was incredibly rushed and honestly didn't make sense in the context because there wasn't enough time to actually go through them as a couple to make sense of why they would end up together. So that was a big problem too. I rated it a 7 because I liked the acting in it and I was invested in the characters, but like, and the plot was fine, but like the pacing and the editing was like a big, big problem. So there's that aspect of it. So there we go. Yeah, that one. Second one I'm going to talk about is Genie Make a Wish, which I watched like a few weeks ago. You can watch it on Netflix. I really like this one. Like I didn't know much about it before it came out. I just kind of binged it. 10 episodes. It was really good. The female lead is a psychopath and male lead is a genie and he meets her because she's gonna be the reason why he gets freed basically, but then he has become really attached to her. He finds out that they're more connected than he previously thought, and they fall in love. It's really sweet. It's funny. It has a lot of cameos. Like Song Hye Kyo has a cameo in it. It's cute and funny. Not everybody will like it, but I enjoyed it. It's very bingeable. You know, like this isn't something you watch slowly. It's really there to binge. It's just fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's cute. I gave it a 10. There aren't any. If you just want a cute, silly drama, this is it. Just it's ridiculous, honestly. It's like, but you'll like it. Next one on my list that I'm gonna talk about in terms of K dramas is that's it actually. And this is, by the way, this video is only for 2025 K dramas, C dramas, and D dramas. I did watch other ones that didn't come out this year. If you want me to make a video about the ones I that didn't come out this year that I watched, let me know and I'll make a video about it. Although I have videos on my channel about some of them anyway, but oh wait, oh I forgot. There's one you're probably gonna be like, really? But anyway, one last K drama, then I'm done. I'm done. Okay. When Life Gives You Tangerines. Now, I loved this drama, okay, but I feel like it was really good for 6 episodes and then I didn't care anymore. And this drama was 16 episodes. They ran for like an hour, 15 minutes each too. So, ugh. Very, very strong in the first 6 episodes. Like I loved the characters. I was super invested. And then I just didn't really care much, mainly because they go through her daughter's story, her daughter getting married and having a kid. I didn't care. I wasn't invested. I watched it, but I didn't care. That's the problem with it. That's why I kind of forget that I watched it because I did watch it, but like when you only care about the first 6 episodes, like it can be a bit of a like a bit. But it was really sweet and really heartwarming and really beautiful, and I do recommend it. I gave it a 10 out of 10 despite the fact that I wasn't as emotionally invested in the second half because I do think it's very well made. It's made with intention. It's beautiful. Like I don't really have complaints about it aside from like being bored for like the last 10 episodes, which it's like a problem, but I still think it's enjoyable and I think there's something in it for everybody. So let me know in the comments below which dramas you watched this year. Chinese dramas, Korean dramas, other dramas, whatever. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.